OI.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, now, while you're right here, you're going to buy one high-end fuel filter, one high-end fuel pump. Now you need 2 of the fuel rod OI. There you go. Install both of the fuel rods. Install the fuel filter. Okay, now go back into the high-end store. Hit L1. Now you're going to buy the clutch plate, the clutch pressure plate, and the flywheel. Now go back to the low-end store.
And you're gonna buy the bearing.
Do the same thing, and you're going to buy the bearing. L1 one time. Now you're going to need the... No, you were in there. L1 one. You're going to need the clutch release bearing. Okay. Back to the engine. No, I mean circle once. Now you're going to install all of that we just bought right there. And do the bearing too. You can do that too.
It's not letting me.
It's very tight. You gotta. It's a good.
Yeah.
You gotta finagle it just right because it's on the thing.
Install it.
It's all installed.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
Now you gotta pull it off.
Hold L2. Hold L2 to zoom your camera out. Now you can see. Go up. You see that where the manifold is. You can do the intake. Now you need the throttle V8, and you can get that throttle V8 in the high-end store.
Oh, you can?
Type in throttle.
How do you spell throttle? T?
THR.
Wait a minute. THR? Is that all I need to put?
That should be good enough. Throttle V8.
Right there. Alright, now what? Now install it?
Install it. Okay, now you need your exhaust. So you move your cursor over to the... No, not this yet. Yeah, hit X. Now, there you click on the engine. Now,
exhaust manifold V8.
Hit X on it real quick so it changes the camera view.
Wait a minute. Okay, hit X on it.
Now X, there you go. You see how you moved around and you didn't have to back away from the engine?
Right. Okay.
You can maneuver around the engine like that.
That's just the regular story, right?
No, you can get this in the high-end store. Most of these, a lot of it you can get in the high-end store. That one I'm pretty sure I remember getting in here. Up, you're down too far. There.
Yeah, no. No, that's not it.
That's V8i. You need the regular V8. Go down a little. There it is. Over. There.
Right there.
2.
Right, 2 of those.
Yep. Now install those. Now you noticed how I showed you how to move around the engine with the just tapping X on from part to part? There you go. You don't have to go in and out of that
Right.
like as much as you were. You just maneuver around the engine block like that.
Alright, now what?
Okay. Now you've got everything that you can possibly install into this block right now.
Right.
Now you get back out of it, pull the block off of the. Yeah. Now click on the stand itself. You see the upper left corner there, the red one that says, yeah, take engine off from into the crate there, that one. Okay, now go and get your engine stand and put it in front of the car.
Engine
No,
stand.
not that stand, not that one, the other stand. That
That one?
stand there. Move it over to the front of the car. Now you click on that stand. And say install. Click on that engine block there. Now put the stand back to where it was. Click on the stand again, because you don't need it anymore. That there, and then that one. Now it's out of your way. Now everything that you do from here is all the rest of the shit. So click on the engine block again so I can see where you're at. All right, now say the green, yeah. Okay, now hold L2. Okay, so you've already replaced a lot of that shit. Okay, so now back out of that. Raise the car up in the air.
You gotta finish the mufflers, homie. And put the drive shaft on and the starter.
He's got to finish exhaust and gearbox.
Gearbox is
All right, so
and starter.
click on the gearbox. Now that says you need
V8.
gearbox V8. So
Go to
triangle,
gearbox.
Gearbox store, gearbox V8. Second row all the way to the right. Click on that one. You want that one. Now install that. Now you're going to need your starter V8. That's regular. You can't get high-end starters.
That's just a regular starter.
STAR. TAR. That works too.
That's the V8 one.
V8. Install that. Okay.
Alright,
now put
I
your
need
drive shaft in.
That's just a regular starter, right?
Yeah, drive shaft's regular. What do you think
I
of?
know you've already done the exhaust system, but I can see that it's obviously the low-end exhaust system. So you're going to rip all that exhaust out except for what we attach to the engine block itself. Okay, now go back up towards the front. Now say install. You know how I taught you how to do that.
Alright, go to where it says mount deal.
Now, click on the front exhaust pipe there. What does it tell you you're going to need? You're going to need front exhaust pipe V8A. So go to the high-end store. You're already in exhaust, so you look for front exhaust pipe V8A.
Hang on for a minute. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Now, why can't I get you to talk this much to me?
Oh, what are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm saying. Huh?
Okay, were you able to get those, homie, in that high end?
He's not back.
Well, I'm watching him click around and do shit.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't find those two front exhaust pieces?
I found them. I finally got it installed. I'm looking for a catalytic converter.
Okay, so just hit your R1 until you go over to exhaust. Right there.
Hey, two of those.
Do those. Put those in.
Oh,
No, take that off. That's the low end version that you had.
Right.
You can see the little gear symbol.
You don't have to back away to do that. No. Oh.
Wait, I did that because I wanted to make sure that I had the.
See, you've got low end versions right there.
Right. Yeah, they're not the high end.
Just install those two. You probably can't find those two parts in there. Okay? Because sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes those two pieces right there aren't there in the high end.
Right. All right. I can just go ahead and put them in.
Put those two in.
It won't hurt nothing then.
Nope.
That's not gonna hurt nothing. Now put your high end Cadillac converters in, the blue ones. There you go. Okay, now the next section. So you're gonna need the mid mufflers.
Middle
so click on it with X.
mufflers.
Yeah, hit X on that. Go down. On the right side. Stop, you went too far. All the way to the right. Down one row and to the right. There you go.
I need two of those.
Two of those. Now just tap X on it and it will move you down the line a little bit. So you get a better view. Yeah. And tap. No. You have the right angle because you want to go down to the end of the car. So don't back out. Highlight the part that you put in. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Now highlight the part that you need to go in. Hit X on that. Tap X on it once first.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Because you want to have the right angle. So there you go. Now you go in there into the store. You look for rear muffler V8 all the way down. There, two.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, take that off. That wasn't the high end. That's the low end.
Oh, I know. I did it right.
Okay.
I messed up.
Now that you're on, don't back out.
Right.
All right, go in the build. Now I'm gonna have you do this. Put the low end on purpose. I'm gonna show you something. Put one of the low ends in on purpose.
All right, I did that.
Now, hit triangle. Go to the red gear. Hit that. Now click the low end piece. Now you just took it out. Now triangle and install. Make that. Okay.
All right.
That way you don't have to go in, out.
Right.
We're saving you some work.
Right. Okay, that's done.
Okay, now you've already done all the assembly and shit for the underneath.
Right.
Okay, so now just bring the car down. Now you're going to go over to the engine. Click on the engine. Find the oil cap. There you go. Hold X on that. Now hold X, add oil. If you see it start spurting out, you stop. It's topped. There, you're done. Got oil. All right, it's got oil. Close the hood. Okay, now, what condition is the frame in? What condition is the interior in? You're at 100% frame, 100% interior. Okay. Now back out of that. And you're gonna move. Now you're gonna move the car over to the garage where you can walk all the way around it. Get it off the lift.
Alright, there it is.
Now you're gonna go to the interior because it may say the interior is at 100%, but I guarantee you the steering wheel and the seats are trashed. So click on the seat. Now you see the little red doll looking thing? Click on that, and now you're gonna remove both those seats and the steering wheel.
Alright, I did that.
Now triangle. No. Okay. Now go into your inventory. Triangle. Go up. See the little Now go down and see what's in your inventories. It tells you what condition those seats are in. All right, all of that's good.
Yep.
So now you're gonna reinstall those because they're in perfect condition. So there you go. Now just install them. Okay, now go triangle. No, you don't have to back away from the car to do that.
Well, now I gotta put it back on hoist.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because you made me buy the fuel pump that goes in the gas tank for the high end. I haven't put that in yet.
Oh, the fuel pump, right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Take it back up in the air.
Gomer, how you gonna pump fuel for the car?
Well, he's got a fuel pump in it. It's just not the right fuel pump.
Exactly my point. You want to blow an engine?
Click the gas tank.
He's trying to kill you, homie. He's trying to set you into a ball of fire. When homie goes down the track without the right fuel pump, he'll burst into a ball of fire.
It will not. It'll just die because it's not getting enough fuel.
Alright, there it is. Now that's done.
Unless you want to paint it, take it out to the drag strip, put it on the dyno.
Now it's ready to go for the track, right?
Yeah. Good luck.
Have you? What condition are the windows in?
It's all in 100% because I got this in the car lot.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about the windows then, or the body, or any of that
No.
shit. So you're done now, unless you want to paint it, take it out to the drag strip.
And
you're done with the car.
Yeah, I probably won't get the trophy though.
No, first you're taking it to the drag strip to see how fast it goes, homie. Then you take it to the racetrack. It's on your map.
That's the.
It says
The
drag
speed
strip.
track, the upper left corner.
Racetrack.
It ain't let me go there.
You gotta.
You had it. There you go.
Speed track?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the one.
Now on this track, all you have to do is hold down the trigger and keep on going.
Hold down the gas and keep a straight fucking line.
And don't touch the walls or you will peel the paint off. Because you're going to be going fast, homie. So, don't touch the walls or your paint's going to be gone. Good luck trying to get out of first gear.
He's gonna get out of first gear. He's damn sure not gonna get out of fourth. Oh, homie. You and his wife's giving him shit. Can you drive?
I heard that. Little Miss Backseat Driver.
That's it. Oh. Return to garage. Oh, God.
How fast you getting, my homie?
Not 200 some
I'll
miles.
know in a second. He hit the wall a couple times, baby.
Oh. Good luck controlling that on the racetrack. Homie, if you can steer that thing without hitting the wall on the racetrack, you will win.
Maybe I shouldn't have told him how to change the tires. He had a little too much traction for him.
That's all you have to do, homie. Use that car, okay? On the racetrack, and don't hit the walls.
Okay,
and
so
you will
he's
break
fine.
1 minute.
I mean, even though you hit the wall a couple times, in reality, you would have busted the shit out of that car. You'd be doing a lot of repairs right now. But now, if you're satisfied with it,
you're ready for the racetrack.
You're good. You can just turn around and sell it.
He wants to go to the racetrack.
Or take it over to the track.
He wants to do that timer for that 1 minute race.
Yeah, well, I can't do it.
Then don't worry about it. Now, if you... Where is that? Do not take that thing to the off-road track. You...
Right.
Jeeps and trucks are the only thing you ever want to take to that off-road track. Share play will end in 5 minutes.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back to your car mechanic now, Emma. I know that's what you were into anyway.
Stay off the ball, homie. Problem is he's trying to punch the gas out of the gate when you want to ease into the gas, not punch it.
That car's got so much horsepower, homie. If you punch it, you're gonna hit the wall.
He already did. He can't drive a straight line. He's driving like a drunk.
Homie, have you been drinking?
No, I don't drink.
I don't know. It's not what Boom says right now.
Oh, he's drunk driving.
I don't believe in it.
Yeah, well, the way you're driving says otherwise. And you know I'm just giving you shit, but yeah. It's gonna take
over
you time.
a minute. There's no way I'm gonna do it.
That's the car for doing it, though, homie, right there.
Yeah, but that's gonna leave me out.
That's the car to do it in, though.
He's gonna practice with it, you know.
Nah, I don't worry about that trophy.
He saw what he has to do. It's like, fuck that.
So now when you get back to the garage, you need to check the price on it. You'll see a major difference. I walk up to the car, check your price now. You paid 160 grand for it, right?
No, I paid 250,000 for it.
Christ.
He hit the wall.
Yeah, he bought it from the showroom. That's the problem, because it's now worth 284 grand.
He
so
made
technically,
money.
I'm only gonna get about 34,000 more than what I paid for it.
Yes, but then you gotta sell all the old parts.
What old parts?
In your inventory, everything you took off.
See, the problem with buying from the showroom, homie, is if you go back to the page that we were on. Yeah, just sell it. Yeah, there you go. go back into that page. See the problem in the bottom left corner, it tells you the car's value is worth 284,450, right?
Right.
But because you bought it from the showroom, you're not getting any resto bonus.
Right.
If you buy it from the junkyard or the auction, you get a restoration bonus.
You buy it from the junkyard, the auction, barns, you get resto bonuses.
Right.
Which is an extra
So
20 to 30 grand on
sell
top of that.
car.
The resto bonus can be as much as 50 grand at max, homie.
Right.
Okay, now go to the door. We're gonna show you what we're talking about. Go to the auction. Car auction. Right there.
Come on.
She's giving you crap.
When she says that to you and you ain't got none from her, then you turn around and look at her and say, no, I ain't got no pussy yet.
Alright, here. I'm here now. Now what?
Alright, see, that's a bulk camp. That ain't worth it. So now go to next car, square, next car. Fuck that car. It's a turd. Okay, that's a Delary. That one's okay. They wanting 36, it'll probably go for 60.
Delray.
Okay, then you don't really want that one. So next car. Custom, 4 grand. If you want that one, you can get that one. By the time you're done, they're probably gonna charge you around 20 to 30 grand to get it. You'll have to dump like another 10 to 15 into it. By the time you get it all broken down and restored, it'll probably be worth about 80 to 100 grand.
Yeah, but it's only 2-star though.
Right. So it depends. If you want it, buy it or try and buy it. If you don't, next car.
No.
But that's a car you could have made a little profit on. Salem FW Turbo. They're wanting 11 grand to start. That one will probably go for 30 to 40 grand. And then you'll end up dumping 15 to 20 into it.
Right.
It'll probably make around 100, 130 grand.
Right.
I would go to another car. Yes, it's 4-star, but it's not a particularly fun car to work with. That car has a lot of intricacies. It'll probably frustrate you at this point. Now here's your DLC. Here's one you really want. Okay, the Porsche. That one, you want that fucking car. And that's 100 grand. You probably get it for 2. By the time you break it down, by the time you got the engine, the front end, rear end, all the suspension, all the parts out of it, and repaired and replaced with high-end parts, it'll probably come being 4 stars. It'll be around 300 to 350 grand.
That's using the parts and the power booster, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you have the money, obviously. You got 600 grand. So
Right.
I would personally, I say you bid on this car. Do not pay any more than 200 grand for it at most. Keep bidding.
You have to be the highest bidder, homie. You have to outdo everyone else.
If that bar ain't yellow, it's not your bid. Let it go, homie. It's not worth it.
You have to know when to stop, homie. I know it's hard.
Next car.
It ended up selling for 230,000.
Right, but like I told you, see, you're gonna have to start the share play again.
That's one of those cars, homie, that you could have only sold for like 300K.
Right.
So selling it, buying it for 230 would leave you no wiggle room.
You'd have to dump another 25, 30 into it. Then you're only gonna make about 30 grand on it. You understand?
Right.
There'd be no wiggle room on that car.
So it's not worth putting all that work into it to only make 30 grand.
Right.
Unless you really want to keep that car as one of your personal cars, it wasn't worth it. Unless that's a car you really, really wanted and you wanted to keep it to for yourself, it wasn't worth that price.
Right.
Okay, so now that's the Porsche 911.
Right.
Oh, this car is nice.
That's one of the ones Winwood's
grand.
still looking for.
This car will probably go for 280 to 300 grand before you actually are able to buy it, because it is 4-star. It's only going to need some engine work,
Right.
maybe a little bit of interior.
Right. They go to the next car?
So you can bid on this car if you want, but do not go past 280 grand, because this car will sell for 360 to maybe 400 grand. Let it go.
I know it's hard to stop, huh, homie?
Yeah. It stopped. It ended up selling it for 296,000.
Yeah.
Right. But it wasn't worth more than 280 to you. Why? Because you were going to have to drop another 15 to 20 into it.
Grand Cherokee.
Next car.
That Porsche was one of the ones that Winwood's been looking for, homie.
Oh yeah.
He has not seen it in the auction
You can
yet.
sell that. I've had one, and I sold it for 200 or 380 grand, and it was only a 2-star junkyard.
Yeah, which
The
means
Chieftain TVX 2C. Now this car is worth
100 grand
around
minimum.
30 grand. Do not pay any more than 30 grand for it.
And Winwood? Let him
Yeah.
do his thing.
I am.
If he wants it bad enough, he'll pay it extra for it.
Let it go.
If you can.
31,000 it went for it.
Still wasn't worth it, homie. They would have kept, if you would have bet again, they'd have topped you again. They'd have made you pay 40, 50 grand for that fucking thing, the way they were going. It's not worth that. So now they're sending you back to the garage because that was the end of the list for that run.
Right.
So now you can go back out to that.
Or the junkyard.
You can go to the junkyard or use one of your barn maps. Okay, so I know you've got a map in your inventory. So when you get back to the garage, go into your inventory, hit triangle. Yeah, now hit X on that map.
And do for what?
Because you're going to open up a garage.
I can't.
A barn. No. You can. Go back in there on that map. Why, you've got some barns up already?
No, it won't. See, it won't let me add it. And see, your map is full of barns. First.
He's got 5 barns active.
Some of them.
That tells me you've already got barns up. So go to the garage door. Now look for a barn. Jesus Christ, you know how many barns you got up there?
I'm surprised you didn't notice that when you saw the map earlier. When you made him to go to the auction house, you should have noticed it earlier.
Well,
why didn't you notice it earlier, Winwood?
I just didn't. Hush, my little troll.
How am I a troll? You were on his map earlier when he went to the car auction.
Yeah, you know you're trolling me.
You know what?
You trolling me just to troll me. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm not. I'm stating facts. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean I'm trolling.
Okay, yeah. Now that is the bolt. You don't want that. That thing's a fucking turd. Anything else in this garage? No.
Nope.
Right, look around in the parts stuff. See if you can't find a crate. Not in that one. All right, look for the next pile. There's always one crate in every barn. Not in that pile. There it is. Click on the crate. Alright, you're done here. A triangle. Pay the $200 for the crate. Those crates are always worth buying.
Those crates can have more barn maps in them. Or high grade parts.
Special parts that are +1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5.
Oh yeah.
There is a 6 now, Winwood.
Is there?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
6s are a 1% drop rate.
Yeah. Alright, so now at triangle, go to your inventory. Highlight the box. Open the box. Now see, you've got a 2 +1s and a +2. You got an engine head, ignition wires, and ignition cover. So hit X to collect the items. Now back out of that. Now over where you see that little storage room there?
Right here?
Yep, that's it, the warehouse. Now you can store every one of those parts into that warehouse.
Yeah.
Now you go to another barn. Doesn't matter which one, pick one. You've got so fucking many of them. I'd never have more than 5 barns up there at a time, man.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I had that many that the map was full. But I burned through them fast. I burned 20 in one trip trying to find a car. Because I was unlucky. Not all barns are guaranteed to have cars in them, homie.
Cars were their shit. Alright, so what's in here? Alright, we've got at least 2 cars. Not worth it. Next car. Oxen, The
Luxor Bowen.
Luxor Bowen. 26.9, basically
It's a
27.
$70.
That's not what. All right, now
70K.
you see in the bottom. Go back onto that for a second. I'm going to show you. You see in the bottom left corner, it tells you their asking price, which is basically 27 grand. Okay.
Right.
If you look in your upper right corner, it tells you the car's value is only worth 24 and a half.
Which means they're asking more than the value for the parts that are in it.
Where do you see that at? I don't see it.
Upper right hand corner of your
Upper
screen.
right corner, right underneath your money, it says car value.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see the car
They're-
valued at.
They're charging more for the
24.
car than the parts. Which means they don't want
So
to sell
technically
it.
it ain't worth it then, is it?
No.
What that means, homie, is they have a sentimental value and they don't want to give you a fair bargain.
Right.
So now you've looked at both cars that are in here. Neither one of them are worth your fucking time.
Yeah, and the cars, their asking price is 16,000.
It's, trust me, you're gonna have to dump another 10 into it. You're only gonna make about 30 on it. It's not worth your time.
Right.
So now just look through the piles, find the box, leave, go do it all again. Rinse, repeat. There's always a box. There you go. That's it. That's all you want from there. Okay. So get out of here. You're gonna go back to your garage. You're gonna open up the box, the box, put the parts away. Then we're gonna. You can deal with the barns later. I'm gonna have you make a trip to the junkyard. Okay, go into your inventory. Open up the box. You got 3 + 1 parts. Okay, now go and put those away into your storage, your warehouse. Okay, now go back to the garage door, and you're going to go to the junkyard this time. And never buy anything from the showroom unless it's a car you want to keep for yourself. Because you're not really going to make any money off of those cars.
Right.
Okay, now you're guaranteed to find 2 cars in the junkyard that you can buy, possibly 3. What's that one? That one is the Sound Heron with the Turbo. They're wanting
9.
Well,
Yeah, but the
basically
car
10.
value is only at 8.
It's 9.7. You might as well call that 10. It's only worth 8.4, but being the car that it is, buy it. That one is actually worth it. You can get that for $97.15. And by the time you're done, you'll have about 10 to 15 grand into it, which is bring it to 25. And you're going to turn, by the time you're done, you're going to sell that car for around 80 to 100 grand. So take that one. That one's actually worth buying. So hit triangle on it, like you did before to bring the thing up. Now hit X to buy car. There you go. Now you own that car. It's in your garage. What's that one in the corner? Okay. No. Walk away. All right. Now keep looking. You might be able to find a third car. There you go. Third car right away. Oh. Plymouth Barracuda 426.
A Barracuda. Those are worth money.
25.5.
Got a 426 Hemi in that.
He wants $600 more. Well, he wants 5,600 more than it's worth, but that's worth that car. That's actually worth. Take it, buy it. Okay, you're done here. Go back to the garage. You have 2 cars to work on.
Where did you put them all?
In my garage. I have to remember my garage. You can have a sandwich? Why not?
I had 2 sandwiches this morning. That's how it is for dinner.
Okay, so at this point you're level 7. Okay, hang on. Turn around. Should be a little stand over by your first lift.
You know, you start all over.
You see that stand right there, the little toolbox?
Yeah, what about it?
Go over to the toolbox, not the big one, the little one. Right there. Click on that. No, not the, yeah. Okay, you have 2 points, so scroll over to your right. I want to see what you have.
I have nothing.
Keep going.
I have nothing because they don't open up till 35.
Okay, I need to know what you can and can't do is why I'm having you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, back out of that.
Yeah, I'm at 30. I need 35. Yeah.
Okay, now, what do you have on the lift right now? I noticed you had a car on the lift earlier.
That one.
Okay, what haven't you done to this car?
I haven't done nothing to the car. I just did the interior and the body work is all I've done to it. Anything underneath the car or motor, I haven't done nothing to it.
Okay, so open it up. Start stripping and ripping. You got 3 cars to strip and rip. Do them one at a time. Start with the one that you had on the lift. Okay, you can do the carburetor shit later. Go down, pull the alternator off. No, you weren't right. Pull the alternator off. Don't worry about that fan and shit. You can do that later. Go to the alternator. Flip around. Move your camera around.
I gotta take the belt off of it.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that right now.
I'm at the alternator now.
No. The starter is what I meant.
Oh. Oh, I gotta be under. I gotta have the car in the higher.
Underneath. All right.
The only thing you have to do
so
is take off the exhaust,
pull the
starter,
brake
and the
pump
gearbox
system out. No, go back to the under the hood. Don't lift it yet. Take that brake pump out, the brake system, the brake reservoir. Pull that out. Pull the radiator out. Pull the battery out. Okay, now you're done there. So back away from the car. Stick the car in the air. Turn around, walk over to the battery charger. all the way over by your office. Stick the battery on charge. And X again. Alright, now go back to the car. Start stripping everything from underneath. Strip everything.
Take the starter off, homie. Take the gearbox off and take the mufflers off. And you can just pull the whole engine out.
Drive shaft. Now the gearbox after the drive shaft.
Starter first.
He's already done that.
Alright, take transmission off.
Yep.
Once the transmission's off, you can pull the crane over and pull the whole engine right out.
Okay. Now for this particular engine, you can do exactly what she said. Get back away from the car, drop it down. Now go get your engine hoist. You need the engine hoist, homie. Don't do that yet. You don't have to do that yet. You're doing stuff before you have to, is what I'm telling you.
Alright, go get the engine hoist down.
Put it in front of the car.
Now move it over to that car. Lift A. Now just click on the hoist itself and pull the engine. Pull out. Now take the engine over to the engine stand.
Take this over
Not
to the
that
stand.
one. No, leave that where it is. Right there. Click on it. Install. There you go.
And now you can work on the entire engine.
Click on that.
Right there, homie.
Now you can click on the end. Now you're going to tear that entire freaking engine apart. Just click on it and start pulling parts off. You're going to rip the whole thing apart. And right now, for training purposes, you're just going to rip this apart and you're going to rebuild the whole block. And then we're going to worry about if you want to replace that block after the fact. But for training purposes, you're going to strip, rip, and rebuild this entire block.
Because you can hold on to the block, homie, in your storage and use it on a different car.
No, really?
As long as it's
or just
fixed.
outright sell it.
If it's fixed, you can put it in storage and put it right in a different car. If everything's 100%, you can just drop it in another car.
Gotta take the manifold off first, homie. And take manifold.
There ain't no manifold on it.
Yes, there is. Top of the engine, man.
Oh, intake. Okay, never mind.
Is that intake manifold?
I was looking for exhaust manifold. Never mind.
Spark plugs have to come out. When you're done taking the rocker arms, you're gonna have to pull all the piston rods, the push rods. See the push rods? Start pulling those. When you got those pulled, pull the spark plugs. And when you're done with that side, you need to check the other side to make sure you pulled those push rods. Yep, when pull those. Pull the head off too. Now do the same on the other side. There you go. Alright, now go to the front end of it and start ripping the fan and the belts and everything, all that off. All the pulleys, all of it. You're gonna have to rip that distributor off.
Right.
Clips first, and the cap. And, yep.
Right.
Now take the chain off. There you go. Make sure you take those arms off too.
Take what arms off?
The arm for the, right there, you had it.
They're not getting me out to remove
pull,
it.
no, you're gonna have to pull the filter and the camshaft first.
And I gotta rotate it, right?
Well, you can pull that oil filter off first.
Oh, okay.
And yank the oil pan right now too. Now flip around to the back side, take off the flywheel, the bearing, pressure plate, the clutch plate, and all that. Flip around back to the other side, but don't pull that stuff yet. Go to the back end of it. There you go. Now pull the flywheel and pressure plate, all that shit off. You got to start with the bearing, the clutch release bearing. There you go, pressure plate. Now the clutch plate. Now the flywheel. Now you back away, flip the engine over. Okay, now go back into the block. Start pulling all the caps, the pistons, then the crankshaft. Now all of your pistons. There you go, that's how you do it. Just flip that camera around. Now the shaft. Now pull the block. Now back away. Go over to the giant square wooden table. Click X on that. Now you're going to repair all the parts that you can repair by hitting X button. Just keep tapping that X button until you run out of parts. Okay, you're good. Now go back over to the stand that you were just working on. Click X on the silhouette. Now you're gonna hit the triangle, green gear. Now you're gonna put everything back together. Put the block back on. Put the crank in. Now you're gonna buy now you're not gonna put the same pistons in. You're gonna buy brand new pistons. Remember how I told you how to do that?
Get the regular store,
High-end
right?
store. No, you can get high-end pistons. You need 8. Now you go to the low-end store. And you're gonna buy your piston rings. You need 8 of those. Okay. Now install your pistons. You always have to buy brand new pistons and piston rings.
The piston rings are never good. More than one use.
Which one now, baby?
Not me.
Okay, now put the caps on. Now, you may or may not have to buy caps, but you may have been able to save most of those caps.
That's a matter of luck. Are you lucky enough to save them?
I think he's waiting to see what his son wants.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay. Put your caps on your pistons. Put all your caps on.
You okay,
You don't
homie?
need to store.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't buy none. Or did I fix them?
No. Listen. Remember, we salvaged parts.
Oh.
See?
So in other words, more parts less parts you buy, the more money you make, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
You don't buy parts unless you have to.
So you're going to need to buy 2 caps and 2 caps only. You didn't have to back away from that. OIL. That's all you need. Now find your oil pan. Install that. Once you're done installing that, square oil filter V8 OHV. Install that. Okay, now back away and flip the engine over. Okay. Now, yep. Now make this easier on yourself so you don't forget it later. You're going to start with the flywheel. The flywheel pressure, the clutch plate.
I gotta buy those, right?
Plate. Yes. So go to the high-end store. Hit L1 one time. Go in,
That's
yeah,
the register, right?
Bottom, no, high-end store. Bottom left corner. Wrong store.
That one
There
there.
you go. All right, now hit it. There. Little clutch plate. There you go. And now, all right, stop. You didn't need that flywheel W12. You didn't need that. Okay. So go to the low end store.
I missed hit the one button. Never. Give it out of here.
All right, now do the same thing. Go to the same section. Now you're gonna buy the You always have to buy the bearing in the low end store. Now install those parts. No, pull that off. You put the low end in there. The high end parts are always blue.
And you should get the new pink parts with our tier 6.
Make sure you got the blue one. There you go. Now the bearing's always going to be low end bearing.
Alright.
You know.
Alright.
Now go to your heads. Now you're going to need no, take that head off. You're going to replace that head. Fuck that head.
Does it store it?
High-end store. Now, which head did you need?
That one.
Okay, so buy 2 of those. Now make sure you're installing the blue. There you go. Now do that on the other side. Just tap X on, there you go. Highlight it, tap X. Okay. So now at this point you're going to need the push rods. So which push rod do you need specifically? Highlight the push rod. Doesn't matter which one, just regular.
Push rod.
Okay, now go into the store. Type in push rod. Yep. Okay, there's no high-end push rods yet. Alright, so go to the low-end store. Type the same thing in. Right there. You're going to need 16 of those. So you buy 10, then you buy 6 more. Now install them. And you're going to do the same thing for the rocker arms. And you're going to have to get those from the low-end store as well. You may not have to buy the rocker arms. You might have been able to save the rocker arms.
I showed it from Shane.
No, he said people were posted it on Facebook last night. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Now try and install the rocker arms. See if you were able to save them. Okay, you can't. You're going to have to buy new rocker arms. You don't want those. So go to the store, type in rocker. 16. And install those. Now you've got both sets that you need for both the engine heads. So now you finish this side with the rocker arms, go to the other head, install the push rods and the rocker arms. Don't worry about capping it, just go to the other side and get the rods in. Okay, now put your caps on. Your engine head covers.
I don't have
Okay, so
none.
you're gonna have to buy the covers. So you're gonna need the engine head cover A, V8, OHV. Now you can only buy these one at a time. Head cover. Okay. Now go down and buy the B version. Now you've got both covers you need. Put the other cover on. And that's fine, don't worry about it. I know you had one that you saved, but it's fine. It's just money in your pocket. Don't worry about it. Okay, now you're going to need that intake manifold 2 carb. Go to the high-end store. I know you can get that one at the high-end. That's the one. Install that one. Now you're going to want high-end carburetors. So you need the carburetor CAR. Right there. Carburetor 4 barrel. 2. No, that's the low end. Remember, blue. Okay, now you're gonna need the round air filter cover. You've got it. Alright, put that on. Now, you can get the high-end air filter. Don't put that one in there. Go to the high-end store. Go up to the air filters. Air filter round 2 carb. There you go. You put that in. Now put the cap on it. Okay. Now, front end of the motor. Okay, highlight the cam. Okay, so now you're going to go to the high-end store and look for camshaft V8 OHV. CAM. V8 OHV. Now you stick that in. Okay, now you're going to put your gears on the suit. The gears you have to go to the low-end store for. Now, which particular gear did you need?
The V8 one. I think, I don't know.
Back up and double check it. V8 OHV. As the connection's giving me shit, so it may drop me from your thing here in a minute.
Alright.
So you need the V8 OHV, down 1 row, over 2 to the right. Up a row and over to the right. 1 more. There you go. Install that. And now you need your timing chain. Timing chain V8 OHV. TIM. Now find the V8 OHV. There you go. Install that. Now you put your cover on. Install your water pump. Your water pump pulley. You're going to need a brand new water pump pulley. Never count on being able to save the water pump pulley. 90% of the time you're going to end up replacing it.
Alright.
Same with the crankshaft pulleys. 90% of the time, you're going to have to replace it. Replace that pulley. Once you're done getting those pulleys on, you're going to buy your power steering pump and your alternator from the high-end store. Got those?
Yep. Now I need a belt. I need. Hang on.
If you're not sure, always double check. It's better to double check so you're not wasting money.
Right there. Now I need suspension belt A, V8, O, H,
Serpentine
and B.
belt.
Okay, it's A. I need to go up.
SE, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Right there.
Now your fan.
Now I need fan.
You may have been able to save the fan. So let's see if you can install it. There you were able to save the fan.
Alright.
So now you're going to go to the high-end store. You're going to buy your high-end fuel filter. Stay on that. No, don't type in. Don't type right here. Just scroll down. This is going to make things go easier this way. Right there. Get the fuel filter, the fuel pump. Okay. You're going to need to go down a little more. Buy the distributor. Yep, you're going to want the ignition coil. Distributor cap. Down one, you need the ignition distributor rotor.
That one?
Yeah.
Alright, got that.
Alright, now back up. Install all of that right now. Don't forget to put the clips on that. Those clips can be tricky. Okay, now you're going to go to your exhaust manifolds. You see it in white?
Yeah.
No. On the engine itself, you want to get onto one of the sides for the exhaust manifolds. There you go. Okay, now, before you do the exhaust, you're going to do spark plugs. So go to your high-end store and type in SPAR. There you go. 8. Okay, now install your spark plugs on this side. Okay, now install that one, and now we're going to do the exhaust. So now you're going to need exhaust manifold V8 OHV. Go to the high-end store and look for it there. Need the V8 OHV. Two. You bought 2 of them, right?
Alright, yeah.
Okay, install that. And I got a little less than 5 minutes left on the SharePoint. Now, Go around to the other side of the engine, do the same thing. So you've already bought the parts while you're doing the one side, so it makes it easier. Now all you need is ignition wires. Ignition wires V8 OH, V8. You can get that in the high-end store. V8. Install those. Now just do a quick once around the engine. Make sure we've got everything. Okay, you're good. Back out of that, throw it into crate, install it into the car. Don't do that. You don't need to mess with that one yet. Pull it off of there. Click on the stand itself. There you go. Now do the other one. And say install. Click on that. Now the engine's in. Now you can click on that stand and send it away. You don't need it anymore. Now you go into the engine. Now you're going to reinstall your brake reservoir, the battery, radiator.
I gotta go get the battery, don't I?
Yeah, but you can reinstall the radiator first.
Hang on, I do it.
Now go get your battery. Now you can put the car on the lift and lift it up. You always put oil in last. Now what you're going to do is you're going to strip and rip all of everything except for the engine that we just did. You're going to take off all the tires, the front end, the exhaust system.
Cause you can buy the expansion from the stripper deal.
By what?
Suspension. Some parts,
No.
yes.
All the suspension, all the rest of this is going to be the low-end store.
Oh, you can't buy it from the high end?
No.
Depends on the car, actually.
Okay, well, this is the way that I do it.
There is suspension parts, it's just most of them are like arms. That are useless parts that no one really cares about.
Pull the bearing. Now you can pull it. There you go. The only thing you need to worry about being in high end at this point is the exhaust system from the point to where we attach that exhaust to the engine block itself back.
Right.
Don't pull what we put on the engine block, but from there back, you're gonna rip all that out and try and replace it with high-end shit. You're gonna pull that there too. Don't worry about gravity. The engine ain't gonna fall out. And there goes the share play.
You want me to restart it?
It's his
Go
connection
ahead.
that kicked him out that time, homie.
No, it timed out again. It's got a certain time on it. You only get a time. It's a timer.
Alright, I started up again.
There's no grocery store now.
Guess not. Nope. I guess it burnt all the way. All the only things left is the brick walls of the building. It's all left of it.
What's up?
Oh, a town I used to live in too. The grocery store burnt down last night.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Did they say why?
Nope. Nope. Alright, grease fire.
What makes you
Because
say
they was
that?
always cooking and, you know, cook stuff where they hit where you could sell it, you know. The building was old, you know. The building's been around for a long time, you know. Alright, now I took the front end out. Now I go to the table, right?
Yeah. You're gonna rip it all apart. Everything except for what we did with the engine.
Alright, done.
You should have ripped the rear end apart too. You're making double the trips for yourself.
Alright.
Trying to save you time and wear and tear on your controller.
Alright.
Get rid of that fucking exhaust too.
Alright.
You gotta pull the leaf spring cap off and the bearing before you can.
Alright.
Yep, take it out. You're gonna take that exhaust out too, so you might as well pull it now. Take those sections too, yeah.
Alright,
Okay. Now go back to the table and repair. Now go back to the front end. You're going to start with the front end and work your way back.
I gotta buy rubbers, don't I? The rubber bushings?
Yeah, we'll get there. Start with the click on the frame.
If you gotta buy rubbers, there's something else wrong.
They didn't replace it. They didn't fix
you
it.
weren't able to repair it, so now you're gonna have to buy a new one.
That's in the regular store, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure you get the right one.
The
Now buy your rubber bushings. Just type in RUBB.
How many did I need to buy? 10?
Just buy a 10 pack. It's a hell of a lot easier to buy a 10 pack. And you're always using rubber bushings, so it doesn't hurt to have a couple left over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're always going to use rubber bushings. Make sure you go all the way around and replace all the bushings. And you do it now so you don't forget one and you get, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, you're going to start with one of the arms. Right there, you had it. No. Did you replace? Okay, my bad. You didn't. Yeah. Now get on the outer arm where the tire goes. Oh, you're not trying to rip apart. You're trying to install. And there you go. All right. See, now while you're installing that part, you notice you could see both the pieces that you had for that front end, right?
That one there.
They were both good. So you're good with that. So now click on that one. So you see both parts, they're good, so you don't have to buy any. Now, yeah, there you go. All right, now, the upper suspension arm, you're going to need 2 of them. Why? You're staring at both of them and they're both bad. So you buy 2 now. Now go to the cover. Don't worry about the shocks yet. Go to the cover. All right, now you're going to need one of those. So you might as well go buy it right now. You only need one. Okay. And both of those are good, so just reinstall those. Now you're going to need to replace the bearings. You always have to buy new bearings. You're going to need 2. You need a cap, and you're going to need to buy that. Buy 2 of them. Okay, now were you able to save the brake disc?
Nope.
Okay, so now you need 2 brake discs, and you need the special one. So yep, that one there. Okay, and while you're in there buying those 2 discs, you already know damn well you're going to have to replace 2 of the brake pads.
So just buy 1, right?
2.
Pads are never good.
I don't need
Don't
that.
worry about
right?
the caliper. Don't worry about that yet. We'll find that out when we go to put it on.
But pads always need replacing. That's the thing. No matter what. Because they can't be repaired.
Okay, see now you know for a fact you're gonna have to replace one caliper.
Right.
So now you go and you buy one caliper. Okay, we're good. No, you don't need those. Those were good. You were good on those.
Now, do I
Now
need to
you
replace?
worry about the shock. So now you're gonna need highlight the shock. You're gonna need double wishbones. Don't look at that. You don't need that. Don't worry about that crap. Because you're not pulling that apart to repair. None of it. Fuck that.
I
It's
need
better
both
to
of those.
replace the whole system.
I need to
You
replace
need
both of them.
double wishbone shocks.
Right.
So go double wishbone shock.
Hey, 2 of those.
2. Now go down. You buy the spring and the cap. 2 of each.
All right, did that.
Okay. Now back out. Back away from the car. Go put them together. Never ever try to repair any of that shit.
All right. On the tires, I put the same tires back on it, don't I?
Oh no, we'll get there. Don't worry about the tire yet. We're not ready for that.
What about steering rod and the front case, that front bar? So on there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Get those shocks on.
Wait.
Yeah, baby.
Having fun being a teacher?
All right, now what?
Okay, now you're gonna worry about those rods.
I need.
Front sway bar B. Okay. And you're 99% of the time you're always gonna have to replace that front sway bar. Now check the other one. There you go. Okay, you're gonna have to replace it this time. Just and get the other part working there too.
I need 2 of these.
Yeah. Now put those in. Now you're going to buy the inner and the outer. So go to the store, type in INN.
Right here they are, right here.
Oh, there. No, that's the outers and the inners. 2 of each. Install those. Now, don't worry about the tire. Go to the other side and get that put together. You've already got all the parts to do it. So now all you gotta do is put it together. You're gonna have to buy some more bearings, some more rubber bushings. So buy them now. Nope, those bushings are bad. RUBB. See what I mean about going through the bushings?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Boom's Car Mechanic. Today on the show, we have a guest host of Homie.
Put your bearing in.
Alright.
And you see, when you do one side, you buy for both. So it makes it go easier and less
Right.
in and out of the store
Alright. Alright, now what about the
Now
tires?
you're gonna go over the. Don't worry about the tires. Tires are the very last thing. One of the last things we do. Gearbox.
V8
Hit
LHV.
X on it to zoom into it. There you go. V8 OHV. Gearbox store.
I buy the high-end one, right?
OHV. Yeah. This is all high-end gearboxes. Up one row. Oh, there you go. Right there. Now install that. Now you're going to install the starter.
Be high-end, wouldn't it?
You may have been able to save the starter, so see if you don't have it. And that's only low end. Starters are always low end. You can't get a high end starter.
Alright, now what?
Now go to your exhaust. So now you're looking at the high end exhaust store and you want the V8 OHV-B.
That's the high-end, right?
Yeah. You might be able to get it in the high end.
OHV.
B. You need the B on the end of that. That's not the right one. V8 OHV-B. You're down too far.
Don't have it.
Okay, so go to the low end store. Or you might have been able to save those, so try and install it. Okay, you've got that part, so install that one and the other one. You're already staring at it, just put your marker on it, tap X on it. Okay, see how you move the camera easier? Now you go to the high-end store and get your mid-mufflers and the rest of it. The rest of that you can get at the high-end store, guaranteed.
So how is Boom's car corner today?
You need the mid-mufflers. All the way over to your right, you already passed them. All the way over, there you go. 2. Install those. Nope, wrong one. You just installed the low-end piece of shit.
Alright, man, I'm gonna have to save the game here. My son wants to play Call of Duty with him. I'm gonna have to save it here.
Okay, but you get the point. Remember, the high-end parts are always the blue.
Alright, now what about the wheels?
You do it the same way I told you how to do the last car. You go in, you see the style of rim that you need.
Right.
You go in, you buy the rim, you make sure. I mean, if you want to put the same one on there, you can put the same size and shit on there. But I always upgrade to the 25s for the traction. But you want to stick to the same.
If you're restoring, it's better to stay on the same size and the same width that they have, homie, so you get a bigger resto bonus.
Alright.
Linwood ups the size, which lowers his resto bonus.
Alright.
I go for the fucking traction.
Alright, guys, I'll haul you later.
Alright, homie.
Have fun.
Yep. Lovely. I hate Call of Duty.
Since I've been listening to that all morning, might as well check see who else is on. That's right. If you've been listening to that all morning, you can send invites. I suggested that everyone that was here yesterday and Jug's not on yet. When she wakes up, you can send her an invite. She probably won't be up for another few hours. Get it done.
Okay.
Boo.
Hello, Austin.
Hello.
How's your brain today?
Fine.
You didn't fry it yet?
No. I'm gonna fry it in a little bit.
You should probably play Scrabble before you fry your brain.
Oh,
And before you ask, mechanic school is out. You done missed it.
He's been teaching Homie how to play car mechanic all morning. Maybe go fishing with him. Remember, he does that fishing planet. Do something with him.
I was gonna go work on my car.
Do something with your nephew. You
I want to work on my car.
don't do much of him. Spend some time with him, Wood.
I'll work on my car.
Whatever.
I don't feel like fishing right now. I want to work on my car.
Whatever.
hopefully it doesn't work. Let's go check it out.
I ain't gonna be working on that for long either, because
Yeah, you were supposed to be cleaning today, and you spent the whole morning.
get my meal started. Work on my cars while I do the food.
You were supposed to be cleaning today too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that after I eat. 'Cause I have to get it done.
I know. You put it off all morning. Now you're rushed again. Yeah.
Please let me download it.
Download what?
Are you fucking kidding me? It's gonna piss me off.
What are you trying to download?
I fucking bought the Old Hunters DLC for my Bloodborne, and it won't let me download it in the PlayStation Store. And when I try and download it, it glitches out and then goes back to the same screen.
Sounds like a personal issue.
Are you sure it's not already installed, Austin?
It's an automatic unlocker, Austin. It's not something you download.
Might be. I'll have to go check.
No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. You download it, you don't have to download a thing. It's an unlocker. You click on it, you buy it, you go into the game, and on the stairs is the bell. You go to the area where you need to use the bell, and it activates the dungeon. It's that simple. Then you go and you touch the first bell in the new zone, and that's what gives you your stuff. It opens up that tombstone up by the insight shop.
Gotcha.
You have to follow the path. You just don't go to it.
Yeah.
First, you gotta kill the old Venus flytrap hunter and talk to the guy in the top hat.
Okay.
Remember the whistle?
Yeah.
I think you wouldn't forget it. It's pretty hard to forget. Woo, you're dead.
Cooking my food.
Kinda hard to forget that moment, you know, Austin?
Yeah.
The first time you hear that whistle in Bloodborne for the Venus flytrap.
Gotcha. Alright. Bell should be right here on the stairwell. No. Not on the stairs. Start fucking pissing me off. All I want is my goddamn DLC to work.
Alrighty then.
He's trying to play Souls, Bloodborne, and having issues.
Okay. Yeah, I just got done with all my paperwork and everything, so I'm yay.
Is the version of Bloodborne you're playing, Austin, from you or someone else?
Me.
Okay, just checking. Is it CD based or digital?
Digital.
Okay. Just running through the basics, you know that.
Escape dreadful hunter's dream. Halt the source of the spreading source of the beast. Last night can't carry forever, but I don't think that's it.
There should
Isn't
be.
that the specific tombstone up top just outside the door, babe?
Yeah, right up top by the inside shop, there's a tombstone, Austin.
Oh, yeah, I see it. But it won't let me do anything with it.
No, because you have to go to the Hunter's Woods, where the guys walk across the bridge there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you touch that bell, there's going to be a hunter that's going to instant aggro on you with the Venus flytrap whistle.
You have to beat him.
He's the trigger. He is the trigger. You kill the Venus flytrap whistle, and he's the trigger. Basically, Sonya, what it is, it's a weapon in the game where a person blows on a whistle, and it summons a giant carnivorous Venus flytrap which drops underneath your feet.
Oh, okay.
And tries to eat you alive.
You don't ever want to use that whistle. You'll end up hurting yourself with it.
And
You know,
when
but
you,
have to.
the user gets the one put the vine trap underneath them, see? So when he does it against you, look underneath your feet, because you have 3 seconds to move. And you'll hear the whistle clear as day.
Not kidding.
You will hear the whistle clear as day. It's
Gotcha. So I need to go to the Great Bridge then?
the very first bonfire in that area where the guy walks on the bridge and there's all the broken down village and the cannon and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that very first bonfire next to the old elevator that was through the broken door. It was barred door.
Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about.
After you've gone through that area and killed the Venus flytrap hunter, okay, there's a guy in that elevator room now with a top hat.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you an item for talking to him.
Gotcha.
And he thanks you for killing his crazed friend.
340 grand. But it, oh man, it is the 5-star version.
That is the trigger for the Old Hunters DLC.
Gotcha.
And he tells you about people who followed Ludwig into the real world. Then you just gotta find the entrance. Cause you don't just go there, there's an entrance.
Yeah.
There's probably videos on where to find the entrance, Austin, by now. On YouTube. You know?
Probably. I'll look it up and find them.
Cause you have to touch the first bonfire in there before you can get the tombstone. You have it activated, you just don't. You see?
No.
And when you go to that area, if the Venus flytrap guy isn't there, which he should be, then you may have to wait to New Game Plus. I have the game. I just haven't played it in a long time. I'm like 200 and something.
Yeah, well, I was fucking 300 and something when I was game sharing with my one friend, but I'm not friends with him anymore, and it fucked over my whole deal, so I'm gonna have to start all over. But that's alright. I don't have to worry about getting fucked over again, because I bought the DLC myself.
What was the name of that car we were talking to homie about earlier, babe? The most, what did you say was the most expensive? Babe.
What's up?
Which car did you say was the most expensive one?
The 5-star. Just talked about it. Where did we? Dodge Ram.
No, it wasn't.
And the Caster Avalanche.
Yeah, okay. Next.
They're really expensive cars. Why are you looking for something really expensive?
I already bought one for 540 fucking grand. Bought one of the cars that, yeah.
I bought the Dodge Ram the other day for 400 grand. It's in my garage. No tires,
I'm just going through the rest of the lineup.
No tires, no engine, but it's still 300 grand.
I get my cousin Blake to play this with me once he gets it downloaded.
Blake's downloading it?
Yeah. I told him, I said, no, you want to play a really good game? I said, but it will piss you right the fuck off.
Have you gotten any more insight, Austin, since before when I was trying to wait for you?
No, I only got 3 insights still.
Ugh.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but just because from last time when I played, I don't remember.
So you haven't left the newbie zone yet?
No.
Okay then.
That's right, there's why.
What level are you?
Still.
I'm level 20.
You're nowhere near ready for the DLC.
No, I'm nowhere near ready.
The DLC won't even trigger Austin until the moon has turned red.
Gotcha.
You're not even close to being ready.
The moon has to turn red, Austin. Which means you have at least 7 bosses between you and the DLC.
He's not even ready to leave the noob zone yet, babe.
Did you beat the werewolf on the bridge yet? Or is he still kicking your ass?
3-star.
I think I think remember last time he was still kicking my ass, yeah, and then I killed him. Yeah,
because you
I
have
did.
3
I
insight,
kicked
so
his
you're ready for
ass.
Gurnham and the music box.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. I fucking hate that part.
Because he's one of the harder bosses.
Uh-huh. He's a fucking bitch.
He's on the music box werewolf. Linwood.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, he's not even ready for that, dude. He needs to gain another 30 levels.
Yeah. Another 30 levels.
Yeah, because
Or even
Gurnham you
their
have to be at least
touching.
50 minimum. If you put your stats right, you can do it at 50.
Yep. I figured out how to do my stats and how to do them right.
Sonia,
What?
you alive?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been speaking, so.
Have you ever played Bloodborne, Sonya?
Yeah.
And the way you said that says, I ain't helping you, boy.
I played it.
That was his nice way of Austin of telling you, I ain't fucking helping you.
I don't even know if I still got the game. I got it was on disc base. It wasn't on
Oh yeah,
know,
digital
download.
and disc can't play together.
Right. Because remember, that's what most of my Dark Souls were and everything. Most of them were.
Yeah, and then they started giving them away.
Yep.
I can't wait for the 5th when we get Neo. The Samurai Dark Souls. And that was Linwood's cue of, damn it! You had to remind me of that.
He's busy with his car right now.
I can't wait for him to make a new Dark Souls game.
Neo is the closest thing you're gonna get to that. Samurai Dark Souls.
Gotcha.
That comes out on the 5th. Free to play for everyone.
I'll just look at it and check it out.
It's gonna be PS Plus, so.
I got PS Plus, so I'm not worried about that.
I'm just telling you that's what it's coming in as, the free game.
Gotcha.
That and Lost Cause 2.
I hope they're ready for the servers to crash, because you know how many people are going to be downloading and playing that game?
The servers are already flatlining.
Oh.
They had severe technical issues, PSN did yesterday.
Oh, did they?
It even popped up on my feed for my Final Fantasy. Severe technical issues on the 1st. It's like, oh gee, I wonder why that was.
What?
Kitty says, yay, someone else stuck in the newbie zone.
Oh, she ain't got out of the newbie zone yet?
She's never beaten the first boss.
Oh, shit.
What? She's never beaten the first boss?
She couldn't beat the Coiled Sword boss in Dark Souls 3.
Huh.
Yeah.
35 deaths later, she's still stuck there.
Wow.
Kitty does not have luck on her side when it comes to that.
I want to get back to where I was originally, but that's a long ways away.
Holy shit! I just caught a 9-pound walleye. Damn. Okay.
I want to get back to my new game +3, and back to that one guy that I was fighting on the roof and trying to kick his ass, and I've almost had him several times.
You'll never have him.
Bless you.
One of the DLC characters that I was fighting.
Like I said, you won't get back to him.
I won't get back to him.
You don't have the determination to anymore.
Yeah, I do. I'll get back to him eventually.
Eventually, there's the key word.
Uh-huh.
Whatever, smart ass, Sonya.
Better than being a dumbass.
Oh.
True.
Oh, I'm only kidding.
And Kitty says, oh, I'm at 55 deaths now, not 35.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You suck, Kitty.
No sardines till you pass the boss.
Oh, Sonya, no!
She can pass the boss. She's quite capable. I have faith in her. She can pass that boss.
She says.
What'd she say?
That was what she said.
Oh. No, I have faith in her. She can pass the boss if she really wants to.
That was her way of politely saying "fuck you."
Yeah, pretty much. So when's she gonna get the Saya?
Christmas.
Oh, Christmas? Oh, okay.
Hey, thought you were going to play with your son.
He went out to eat. He went out to eat.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah.
You're breathing pretty heavy.
I know.
Did you finish that car?
I'm getting back on to do it.
In other words, the School of Boom has reinitiated.
Uh-oh, this ought to be good. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I really don't want to go fight this bitch. I gotta kick his ass.
Good luck, Austin. You'll need it.
I know. I'm glad I have the DLC content finally.
Oh my god! Kitty, that's mean.
What'd she say?
What?
Just give me an F right now if Boom's the car teacher.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Oh.
really, Kitty. Really?
Wow.
Okay, Patch. Patcher man. Come here, Vivies. Come here. Get up here. Boom. Here, sit. Lay down. Lay down. Boy. Ooh, excuse me.
Kitty, you typed a big typo there. You might want to try that again.
So you got that all right, homie, or you need help?
I got it now. Thanks.
Winwood, she says pause over Strack.
Huh?
As I said, she typed a big typo there. She might want to think that one through again. Steaks times 5 for everyone, she said. Well, you know Austin's not going to get his, Kitty. Boom will take it.
It's all mine.
I gotta go let Lucky in. I'll be back in a second.
Look at Daddy.
In the main engine bay, why is it not?
And Austin has killed himself.
Excuse me.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
What's wrong, man? What?
The amount of fucking spark plugs on this one.
Which one did you buy?
I'll tell you in a minute when I finish getting the plugs on this. Oh my god, the plugs.
Damn. Ooh.
It's the V12, I'll tell you that.
Bless you.
Oh.
Have my lungs back yet, please?
Nope. I drop kicked him out the window. Sorry, Austin.
How nice of you. I remember fighting you like 3 times. The third time you were really pain in the ass to kill.
That's what I bought. 500. Yeah. Pulling it and stripping the turbo engine right now. But I may end up replacing that engine.
Hot
But I'm
shop.
still going to strip and put this
Sorry
engine
about
back
that.
together. Because if the engine alone is bring me good chunk of change. I'm thinking about putting the 101 in there. And I probably will. Right now, I'm stripping the original having a hard time getting certain parts off the car.
So Sonya, when you gonna kill the dog?
I'm fixing to here in a second. I just can't do that because I got fish on the line.
It won't hurt to put the same tires back on it, right?
No, as long as it's in
New
good condition.
tires. Always new tires.
As long as
Right,
it's in
I'm
good
saying,
condition.
put the same size back on, it won't hurt nothing, right?
As long as it's all at 100%, it doesn't matter. If it's not at 100%, then you have to change it, homie. Or repair it. If you disassemble it, you can repair the wheel hub,
Right.
but the rubber will have to be rebought if it's got any damage to it.
Right.
dead.
Alright, the car is done.
You got it all together. Everything's
Everything's done.
Sell
did
it.
the interior and body work.
I put new interior in it, but at the top, the interior condition is at 75%.
Replace it. Tear it out. Put new ones in.
Did you replace the seats and the steering wheel?
You said
Yeah.
Okay, then you should have an interior machine.
Over on the left,
Okay.
on the right side next to your office on the bottom, homie. It's like this little machine that looks like a vacuum cleaner and a rag.
Between your office door and the dyno room, there's a little thing that looks like a little vacuum and spray bottles and brushes and shit.
Alright.
That will fix the interior to 100.
Alright,
that
now
over.
I took it to 100, yep.
Now you
There
can
you
sell
go.
it for a full resto bonus.
What about the frame? Is the frame 100?
Everything's at 100.
Sell it.
Okay, sell it. What are you making on it?
85,000.
Yeah.
What'd you pay?
Told you.
85,000 for it.
What'd you pay though?
22,000.
Not too bad.
Bought it for 22. Dropped what, 8 grand into it. Sold it for 85.
Right.
So he made like a 50 grand profit on that car.
What did you do? Make me buy a Japanese card? Boom.
He bought a
What are you talking
Pagani
about?
race car.
Huh?
He bought a Pagani
Yeah.
race car.
That ain't a race car, is it?
It's a
Yeah.
Pagani Hurriera. Tempest.
No. It's a Curran FWD Turbo.
He's talking about the one that I had him buy at the auction.
Oh, it's about the
Yeah.
one Boom bought just recently.
Uh,
He bought a Pagani.
Because why I was asked if you buy a Japanese car because the motor's in front, but the battery's in the trunk.
It's a reverse motor. It's got 3 drive shafts. Good luck with that one, homie.
Right.
That one's a pain in the ass.
Well, I have to blame it on Boom because he's the one that told me to buy it.
You're gonna have to learn how to deal with the Japs sooner or later.
The Japanese leader.
Sooner or later.
I could say something, but I'll be good.
Yeah.
That's younger than the one I have.
6, 12 fucking pistons.
Huh?
What?
But the other one was all black, right?
What?
Well, this time, black of it.
What sounds like TV static?
That's not that's my cord.
Well, for me, it sounds like TV static.
Gotcha.
Why are you using a torch?
To heat up my rig.
Is it in your mouth? Like a pacifier?
Apparently.
I think you've had enough, Austin.
Oh yeah.
I'm back. Oh.
And see, Austin, I would help you on Bloodborne, but you don't. You need to save your insight.
Yeah, I know. I need to save it.
With as little health and stuff and stats as you have, it would be such a restriction on me that I wouldn't be able to help you.
Gotcha.
She's not picking on you. That's just the way that game is.
I have 58 vitality and 50 in every other stat, just about. So, there's only 2 stats I don't have 50 in, and they'd all be dropped down to your level.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I did kill that werewolf CB.
On the bridge?
Yeah, I remember last time I kicked his ass and I got psyched because I was finally kicked his ass.
And then you let the fat man on the bridge kill you.
Yep.
The one with all the crows.
Mm-hmm.
He snuck up on Austin after you killed him.
Where do I go from here after I'm done killing that werewolf, CB?
The cages with the dogs.
Okay.
You gotta go kill the crow lady to get the dual wields.
Oh, yeah, I remember I have to kill that bitch.
You gotta kill her before you go to Gurnham, otherwise her quest activates. You can't go past her area on the upper part of the sewers before you go down the stairs for that little hole in the wall, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Until you kill her.
Yeah, I had fun trying to fucking kill her.
Good luck with that.
Killed me every time.
Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't attack her.
Pain in the ass.
Only you can attack her. So there's no way I can help you with that. AIs are protected against invader or AI or helper attacks. They're immune to it. Even after you've already aggroed them, we cannot help you with them. They are a one-on-one fight.
Yep.
So you either get good or say fuck off.
Right.
Which will you choose, Austin?
Oh, I don't know.
I bet he chooses death.
Probably.
And once you trigger her, every time you pass her, she jumps you. So you're stuck having to fight her if you trigger her.
Okay, really? I don't want to go deal with that bitch.
It's either deal with her now, or do her quest line and deal with all the AIs that come at you.
Nah, I'd rather kill the bitch. Oh, you motherfucker, you wanna pounce on me like that, bitch?
Hey, Boom.
Yeah.
You're in the doghouse.
What?
You're in the doghouse.
Why?
Because it's not letting me put a back bumper on it. It's not letting me put a hood on it or nothing.
Make them through the month, but there's a good amount in there. So.
Did you?
Did you buy the wrong parts?
No, I did not buy the wrong part. It's not light enough for me to put it on there.
Why?
Some are fickle.
Why
Some of the cars are very fickle.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
In other words, Winwood, get in there before he cuts it.
Yeah, I know. I'm saving my game.
Okay.
He's coming, homie. He's coming.
Okay.
More ways than one.
I want to beat you.
Yes, I'm a stinker today.
You gotta put the share play up on me.
He's ready to kill you, and he's ready to kill you.
I'll kill you in a minute.
Get him, homie, get him. I'm having fun. Can you tell, Sonya? And that was his way of saying, "You're in the doghouse."
Alright. Well, first of all, you need to put it on the fucking lift.
Oh, to put the hood on it?
Yep. It has to be on the lift at all times, homie.
I never put
The
it on
only
the lift.
time you can't have, the only time you don't want it on the lift is when you're doing interior.
Alright, it's on the lift.
Okay, track down, assemble. You're too far away from it. Go normal. Now do assemble. Okay. Do you have the hood?
Yeah, I got the hood. Just
Go
it's
over
not
to the
lighting
big
up.
repair bench. Okay. What's in your inventory?
Right there's the hood.
Okay. Is that the hood that came with it?
Oh, that's the hood right there. Right there's the hood for it. Right there.
Okay. Go back over to the car.
Similar mode. See, it won't light up.
It's glitched.
Fenders
See
first.
what I'm telling you?
That is a glitch. Well, don't worry about the hood right now. You need to worry about the engine and the rest of that. Deal
And
with
plus-
the bodywork ROMs.
Ah, I know what it is.
See?
Certain engine types will pop the hood off. If you swap the engine with a different type, it'll set the hood back on.
Look, he hasn't even gotten to the engine yet. It's still a
Yeah,
rusted
that's
block.
why. The block that's
That's
in
what
there,
I'm trying to tell him.
the block that's in there won't allow a hood.
You need to pull it apart, homie. You got to finish stripping and ripping.
The block that's in there, homie, has too big of a radiator fan on top, and it blocks the hood. And if it blocks the hood, it pulls the hood animation block cube off the
You don't
car.
understand. Half the block ain't even there.
Doesn't matter. It's still the model.
The Raider's not even here.
It doesn't matter. Because of the model of the engine it is, whatever model it is, that model has a grill fan that comes out of the hood usually, but this car doesn't have a hole in the hood, so it takes the hood off.
Sometimes when you haven't repaired the engine itself and put the new engine in, it won't allow you to reattach the hood.
And some cars have multiple engines, some with fins that stick out the top and some without.
Oh, yeah.
You might need a smaller engine for it, homie.
So you need to finish doing what I told you. Stick it up in the air and strip it. Take it all off, front end, everything. I don't want to see nothing on there. I don't want to see nothing but frame.
So Sonia,
Yeah.
what the puppy want?
One guess. Wanted to play with the damn cat. Cat didn't want to play.
That's what you do in Austin.
Just working on trying to kill that crow bitch.
Any luck yet?
No.
Well, he's too busy eating crow.
Tell him how you really feel, Inwood. Ah.
I want to smack you, woman. Right now, I'm trying to teach a class.
Oh, and how not to build a car?
Fuck you.
Because from what I hear, he's having trouble putting the fender and the hood on because you told him to buy something.
No. Oh, fuck it. Look, it's not what I told him to buy, it's the order that he's trying to do things in.
Because you didn't instruct him, you're the teacher.
Okay.
The teacher has to give the instructions. If you just say to the student, go do it.
Fucking smack the shit out of you in a second.
Oh, there's my
Now
point.
strip the rest of the car. Leave the rest of that alone. You don't have to strip it anymore.
The student's not going to know what to do. Just tell him to go at it.
Got my points from last time.
Alright.
What's up, Austin?
Found my lost experience from last time. It's still down here.
Oh, from when she killed you?
Yeah.
Get him. And then kill her.
I will, but I can't if I back up and kill her.
Go up and kill her. It's not hard, Austin.
Bitch.
Huh?
Now, trying to.
Death.
Bitch.
Watch out for her dual wield attack.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
And that
Bitch.
tells me
Yep.
she hit him.
She already choked him to death with her cock.
The bird or the... Because if the bird, Thorny can give pointers. Hello?
What, babe?
I broke another mic.
Seriously?
Yes.
Hammer dial.
I changed mics. The cord had literally frayed at the jack that plugs into the controller.
Great. Not quite.
Baby, how do you run in
That
Bloodborne?
exhaust out of there.
What?
I said, how do you run in Bloodborne? I can't remember.
Alright, now drop it down.
The jump button. Hold down the jump button and you run.
No, you gotta go get your engine hoist. Okay, well that's fine. Go over to the big square table. We'll put the block on there.
What's that, Austin?
You need to break the block first.
I don't remember the jump button either.
It's in your settings, the
Yeah,
controls.
put it on there. No, not create. You don't want to create. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, then
They tell you all the buttons in the